Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people. And yes, we are in the season spirit. Look what I am, my friends. I'm your spirit animal, of course. Let's get it going, though. We're going to get right down to business and start you off with an oracle card. See what's going on for the lovely Leos out there. I hope you're all fantastic. What's going on, my gods and spirit team? So yeah, we're just going to read this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into. For October, what do we got here? Early October for Leo, please. My gods and spirit team, I hope you're enjoying this costume, my friends. I know out of all the signs, you guys would appreciate it the most. There we go. First card. This is beautiful, loving, caring, nurturing. I love this card. It's that Empress type of vibe, but there's that strong spiritual tie here. Now, before we start breaking that down, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it with your lion's paw, you know I'd greatly appreciate it, my friends. But let's get into this reading here. This card. You see this lovely woman in the red headdress. She is snuggling up to that white bird. And this card does pop out from time to time. When I see it, in divination, in symbolism, white birds can represent spirit, whether that's ancestors on the other side, whether this is angels, guides, the spirit team. It is that close spiritual connection, so I love it. This can also represent somebody needing some affection or giving affection. You might be a little more soft and cuddly than you normally are with a card like this. But I always feel like it's important to say when this card pops out to know that you're not alone. Know that you are spiritually protected and being spiritually guided, even if it doesn't feel like it this time. There is somebody on the other side that loves you when this card shows up, which is really nice. Unless some of you are just feeling a little more lovey-dovey, or that's something you could be craving when I see this card. Let's get into tarot. Of course, it could mean other things. You could use your intuition on that, but we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we intuitively clarify. So let's shuffle it up one time here, my guides. We're still using the vice versa tarot, been having a lot of fun with this. So, last week's reading, it was titled Beware of This Person, okay? And there were warning signs all over that reading about somebody probably watching you or possibly watching you. It wasn't giving me the best feelings, okay? Now, it seems like week to week, we've been having little flip-flops of energy, like we have some good, then we have some rough, good, rough. So we're going to hope for some optimism this week and see what we got here for you, Leo. Let's get 3 out here. As always, you know, energy is very fluid. Only take what hits for you, right? Because it's never set in stone, and this could be the energy of other people you are connected to. Okay, so we do have the 6 of Swords in position number 1. That is a big card of action and movement. So starting off with movement is always a good thing, right? Starting off with a bang. So let's keep it moving here, literally. Let's see if that movement persists. And it will. All right, you got 3 cards of movement here. We have the Chariot in position number 2. And you also have the Knight of Wands himself right here on the back end. So talk about action, talk about movement. There could be a lot of change going on for you, Leo, because all of this is heavy movement and it seems to be getting faster and faster. So we're going to go through real quick. I'll give you the details, the nuances of each card classically. Then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So position number 1, the 6 of Swords. Usually this is a card that represents coming out of a tough time into a more positive one. The choppy waters into the smooth, calm waters. So I do like this card. It's usually very nice. Now, all cards do have the inverse, right? This card on its inverse could represent somebody that's not paying attention to their responsibilities. So you might be connected to somebody that's doing that, or this could be abandoning people, abandoning tasks. But in the positive sense, this is somebody moving forward. So I like this card. And it's inherent action and movement. And it seems to be picking up steam here, like a snowball, because as we move to the center, we have the Chariot. Now, this could represent a Cancer in your life or a Cancerian. This card, and some people seem to forget that this card could be an instrument of war, but it is one of the fastest moving cards in the whole entire tarot deck. So picking up steam, big action, big changes, very explosive and aggressive energy, just like with this Knight of Wands on the back end. So whether things are moving fast, This is so like movement based that it might be things that spin out of hand or out of control. I don't want to speak on it too much until I get to the clarifier. But this can represent movement and determination, change. A lot of you could be very motivated in this time to make some sort of shakeup or change, okay? Now, like I was saying, the Chariot is an instrument of war. It could represent aggression. It could represent conflict sometimes. Or it could be somebody that's a little stuck, depending on what the clarifier is. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Knight of Wands. This is a card that could represent you. It's a card that could represent another fire sign. But that's why this is an important card in this spread when I see it, because it might be something you're going to be feeling or something that could be coming towards you. Now, the Knight of Wands is usually an energy of somebody who's the life of the party. This is a very social, entrepreneurial, movement-based type of energy. So once again, like I said, that motivation, that want, that desire to keep things pushing and moving, this is very much similar to the Chariot in a way where it can be motivation, but it could be fiery. It could also be conflict-based sometimes as well. So we really want to dive deeper on all this, because all this movement, it's feeling fiery to me. So with all that being said, Leo, let's dive deeper on this. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's shuffle it up one time for the lovely Leos, please, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yes, Leo, this is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. Ooh. And I'm just giving you mine. The cards are trying to jump already. Let's get it going here. Let's see what's up with that Six of Swords. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If there's any messages that you want to give to the Leo Collective, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind. So let's see what's up with this Six of Swords. Why is it here for Leo? Why is Six of Swords here? Interesting vibes. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we have the Six of Wands showing up in reverse. We have the double sixes, which is repeating numbers. Watch out for signs and synchronicities. Spirit might be trying to tell you something here. Now, the Six of Wands in reverse could be somebody that has made a wrong choice. Okay, and I'm not saying that's you. When I see the Six of Swords with the Six of Wands, once again, it's that fiery volatility, that explosive energy, which is true. So when I'm seeing this movement, I see somebody moving into something where they don't know all the angles. Okay, where something might seem good, but it might not be. So beware of false opportunities and beware of any sort of mystery or hidden type of energy. That's just what I'm feeling right off the jump. And I've been picking that up for a lot of the fire collectives. But the Six of Wands in reverse is somebody that may have lost something, may have lost a battle, or I'm getting the wrong decision or wrong path. So beware of false opportunities. Don't jump on things too quick. Don't be spontaneous in this time. I would say use caution, especially with all this speed and this action. I would use caution with various parts of life in this time. You don't want to move into things too quickly, okay? Even if you're feeling fired up and you want to do it. We're going to keep moving over. But yeah, there might be somebody you're connecting to that has made the wrong move or the wrong choice. That's like the first intuitive thing that I was feeling. Like, okay, that person made the wrong move. They jumped the gun there. That's the vibe it's giving me. Let's see what's up with that Chariot. Like somebody may have jumped the gun. Let's see what's up with the Chariot, though. We're going to try to not get too stuck. As I always say, you can look into these further. So this is an interesting spread. Once again, the Six of Wands is a movement type of card as well. Okay. Don't move into romantic things too quickly in this time either. We have the Knight of Cups underneath this Chariot. Big water sign energy cutting straight down the middle, especially with the Chariot, the Knight of Cups. Now, once again, the Knight of Cups is another movement-based type of card. Luckily, he's showing up in the upright. So a lot of you might have a lot of different romantic choices or emotional choices coming in for you in this time. I'm also getting the vibe that a lot of you could feel like you're at a fork in the road where something could turn out really good or it could turn out rough. Now, the Chariot with the Knight of Cups is usually very good. This could be somebody chasing their happiness, chasing their emotional fulfillment, doing what makes them happy. So in this time, a lot of you could be in that mode where, you know what? I've sacrificed a lot of myself to others. I want to make sure I'm happy. I want to make sure I'm good. And that's okay to be in that energy sometimes. Maybe Spirit's telling you to get into that energy. Don't worry about this person. Don't worry about that person. Don't worry about what they think. Worry about how you feel. Okay, that's a vibe I'm picking up here. But yeah, there are a lot of romantic underties here. And if you watch my readings, you know I don't just link in only to romance, but there could be somebody coming in here with like romantic interest and desire here, because I have been seeing desire in this spread as well. Okay, so there might be somebody very desirous of you if you're watching this for romance. Okay, if not, this could be you needing to really pursue what makes you happy. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. Don't worry about their opinions. Do what makes you happy. Okay, it's time for that. If that's not an energy in, that might be an energy you need to move into. So let's go in on this Knight of Wands, then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is this Knight of Wands here? Still tons of movement, tons of action, tons of change, and it is a little volatile. Okay, so let's see what this Knight of Wands is about. Thank you. Okay, yeah, this is somebody with confused feelings here, and this could absolutely be somebody that just like blurts out everything they're feeling all at once. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse here. Now, usually she is a very good card of like emotional stability. Sometimes she's keeping her mouth closed. Underneath this Knight of Wands, I'm feeling that this could be a warning about your emotions, how you might be feeling in this time. You might be very up and down, stop and go. So this could be a warning about one's emotions and feelings. So we do have a couple of warnings in this week's spread. However, I'm getting the vibe of somebody that just like lets out all their feelings in one shot, especially with all this movement-based stuff. You might have some sort of explosive talk in this time, even if you don't mean to. Like somebody might just catch a nerve or strike a nerve with you, and you just say what you're truly thinking. Keep it 110% real. That's the vibe I'm picking up here. So if that's not something you have done, that could be coming, like an explosive talk of some sort. Absolutely. So let's go through and do a quick recap here. Then we'll get into the shadow card. Very interesting spread. Lots of action and movement, as I've said multiple times. But if you look in the box, position number 1, we have the Six of Swords with the Six of Wands, repeating numbers showing up. We have a lot of court cards as well, so possible a lot of people affecting your energy. But we have the Six of Wands with the Six of Swords, and this is feeling like somebody feeling like they've made the wrong choice, feeling like they've made the wrong move. Not saying that's you. But another vibe here was like, don't be too spontaneous. Don't be in a rush to do things. Don't be in a rush to change things up. Be a little more detail-oriented, because somebody might make the wrong move. They might make the wrong choice. And there was this little veil of mystery here, so beware of that. Now, moving to the center, we have the Chariot with the Knight of Cups. A lot of you could have a lot of romantic feelings. We were seeing all that soft and cuddly, affectionate energy in the very beginning. But with the Chariot and the Knight of Cups, this water sign energy, this could be somebody that has their eye on you romantically. If you're watching this for love, somebody who's very much desirous of you. But the big thing I was picking up here was the need to chase down what makes you happy. Okay, not worrying about what other people think, what makes you happy. But on the back end, we have something here. You might like give somebody a verbal tongue lashing, or just keep it completely real with somebody. The Knight of Wands with the Queen of Cups in reverse, it was giving me that vibe where your feelings, what you want to say, is just going to come spilling out here. So somebody might strike a nerve with you. It felt more of like an explosive talk where you just keep it real and just say it all. Just dump it all out there. So that is very possible in the coming weeks, if it hasn't already happened. So please take a screenshot. We're going to get you one shadow card here, Leo. Interesting spread. So yeah, tons of power here. Lots of court cards. Interesting. So let's see what we got for Leo, please. Using the Shadowland Tarot, I love pulling this shadow card to see if it links in. So what do we got here? What's in the shadows for Leo, please? And we're just going to look at this super quick. There it is already. Okay, yeah, we do have the Ace of Cups here. So what I was speaking about the volatile emotions, that could reign true for a lot of you. Because when I see the Ace of Cups in the shadows, yes, all aces represent opportunities. But this one in particular, when I see it, it does represent how somebody might be feeling. Once again, another little warning about romance in this time. So if you do have a lot of options, try not to be spontaneous with stuff like that, because the Ace of Cups does represent love and romance. However, I would really try to hit an even-keeled type of place in regards to how you're feeling and your emotions in this time. Try to calm it down. I would practice a lot of meditation in this time and mindfulness. That's what this tells me in the background, but beware of opportunities, because we did see a warning about somebody possibly making the wrong choice. So watch all opportunities, because they might not be all they seem in this time. So Leo, that's what I have for you, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. For the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the wonderful Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card you'd like to see me dressed up as for Halloween this year. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.